Hey guys, this is Zach from visionswell.com, products and principles for a simple, serene life. And today, we're looking at the Bellroy Lite Travel Pack in the 30-liter size. Just like the Bellroy Lite Sling that I reviewed recently, it's made of that same kind of nylon material that's super lightweight, bendable, squeezable, seems extremely waterproof, seems extremely durable, and it's also extremely lightweight. So let's take a look at this bag and its features, and then I'll show you what I packed in it for a 2-day business trip to New York City that I did last week. Let's take a look at the outside features of this bag. So you can see it has a very minimalist design with 2 pockets on the front, a little slip pocket on the back to hide away the straps, as well as a sideways luggage pass-through, which is always nice to see. I don't always love it going sideways, but it's nice that there's at least a luggage pass-through here if you use roller luggage and need to put this on top. Going back to the front of the bag, you can see that it's got this nice little minimalist Bellroy logo. It looks like it's slightly bigger over the years, that they're inching it up slowly. But anyway, I don't mind this logo. I kind of like it. You can see there are a couple different attachment points here. 1, 2, and then there's 2 under here. So that if you wanted to put carabiners or you wanted to use any kind of shock cord, you could make some kind of thing to hold blankets or jackets on the outside of the bag if that's something that you would want. This top pocket here has a nice YKK zipper. It's PU coated. It's got the nice paracord that has the shrink wrap on the outside. If you open that, got a lot of volume in here. There's not much organization. There's only really this little stitched up pocket in the back. It looks like the right size for a phone, wallet, passport, something like that if it's standing upright. Got a paracord key leash with a little clip here. And the inside material is light colored, which makes it easy to see your gear inside. So I do like that. But again, there's not any other internal organization, so everything would just kind of sit in here. This bottom pocket is a lot bigger. Again, no internal organization. It opens from the side with a non-PU coated zipper, which I think is an interesting choice because this bag screams like waterproofing or water resistance. So I don't know why you wouldn't PU coat all the zippers at this price point. If you look inside, it has that same nice light colored material and a ton of space in the front here. But again, no internal organization, so it's just kind of like a dump pocket where all your stuff will kind of fly around, fling around, layer on top of each other. It would be a good place for something like a blanket, a towel, a jacket, a hat, something larger that you would want to put in there. This side of the bag has a grab handle. If you wanted to hold it suitcase style, you could do that. The top has a nice handle, nice padding, nice stitching. So you could hold the bag like this as well if you were pulling it in and out of an overhead bin or car, trunk, something like that. This side has no handle, and it would be the perfect place for an external water bottle holder, but there's not one on this bag, which has some minuses for me because I don't always use an external water bottle pocket for a giant water bottle. I do sometimes, but I also use it for things like tripods or an umbrella or something like that. So losing out on that space kind of stinks. Taking a look at the carry system here, you can see there's 2 kind of naturally S-curved backpack straps. They are nicely padded with this mesh padding. They're actually very comfortable when I was wearing them. There's the little Bellroy Owl logo. There's also a sternum strap here with some adjustment points. There's 4 adjustment points on each side. You move it up and down these loops. As I've said on the Peak Design bag, I would prefer it if it was more of a rail system where you had the extreme precision to change it instead of just these 4 predefined points. You could move it up and down as you wish. Minor complaint, but just something to mention. The straps at the bottom here clip on, so you're able to unclip them and stow it away if that's something that you want to do to keep them out of the way on a flight, at a cafe, somewhere where you wouldn't want people to trip over them. You just unclip it like that, stuff it into this little pocket, and there you go. It's nice, clean, minimal. You could just carry it like this or like a briefcase and put it where you need it to go. There's some nice air channels here, as well as some of that mesh padding that's similar to what's on the straps. So it has good aeration. It's got good padding. It was very comfortable to wear. I didn't feel the buckles at all. The straps, I would say, are maybe a little bit short. It wasn't a huge deal for me, but just something to mention if you're very conscious of that or you're a larger framed person. But yeah, overall, the carry system, I don't really have any complaints about. Now, moving on to the inside of this bag, you've got more zippers here. These are a double YKK zipper with paracord zipper pulls, as well as the heat shrink, kind of the signature Bellroy thing. This is another PU coated zipper, so you don't have to worry about the waterproofing on this one. It opens up in a nice clamshell. And as you can see here, there's a top pocket, which is kind of the perfect size for like shoes or underwear or socks, or something you'd want to hide away that you don't want people to see when they first open your bag. It's a nice material that's very slick and lightweight. It's got a nice zipper pull, easy to open and close with one hand. Then you have this larger mesh pocket down here. That's another divider with another nice zipper. So this would be good, I think, for like dirty clothes, or if you had something larger to put in here, documentation, something flatter. But they each have their own volume, which is also nice to see. Then on the other side, you've got this large clamshell pocket, and it has a mesh divider with a YKK zipper. There's some padding inside, but the padding or the depth of this pocket is taken up a little bit by the laptop sleeve, so you can see it kind of bulges out a bit where the laptop would be. But this is just a nice large inner pocket where you could put your clothes and larger items, your DOP kit, things like that. So, you know, if you like clamshell backpacks, and I do, this is a good spot for all that kind of stuff, and it works well for its function. Then moving again to the back of the bag, the only other thing to mention is the laptop pocket, which has a vertical zipper here. Again, just like the front pocket, I do not know why that's not PU coated, and I wish it was for waterproofing when it comes to electronics like your laptop. It's decently padded. You can feel some kind of like foam inside, but the false bottom is not that big. It's only like, I don't know, let's say an inch, maybe less of a false bottom. So I don't feel super secure with like a really expensive laptop in here. It can handle laptops up to 16 inches, but yeah, I don't know how much I trust it. I might still put it in a laptop sleeve, especially if it's under a 16-inch laptop and I could fit one over top. But yeah, I don't love vertical laptop pockets. I'd rather pull it out from up here, but you know, it works for what it was. It worked okay on my trip. So now let's take a look at what I fit inside, what it looks like packed out, and what it looks like on me when it's packed out, and I'll give my comments on that. In this top pocket here, I put my little mini travel medicine pouch that has things like NSAIDs, cough drops, stomach medication, gloves, allergy medication, Band-Aids, all kinds of little things that you might need when you're on the road. I also have my regular Warby Parker glasses, as well as my Warby Parker sunglasses. Always need both of those. And that's about it for that pocket. Then, in this larger pocket here, I have my Bellroy Tech Kit. And in the Bellroy Tech Kit, I've got different cords. I have adapters, I've got a pen, a notebook, 2 different kinds of wireless earphones as well as wired, my little GAN charger, 2 separate battery banks, all kinds of stuff that I would need on the road as far as my tech goes. Since it's so large, put that in there too. Then in this little case, I have my Ambernic RG35XXH, which is my little emulation console that runs a version of Linux that allows you to run like the Raspberry Pi OS or RetroArch kind of thing. So you can play all kinds of old emulated games. Love this little thing. So helpful to have on the road, so helpful to have on flights. And then it just has a little carrying case. Then, because there's no external water bottle pocket and it's supposed to rain in New York, or it did rain in New York when I was there, I brought an umbrella, but I had to stick it in this pocket, which kind of sucks. It's because there's just nowhere else really to put it in the bag that makes sense. Then, if you move to the inside of the bag here, I have a small packing cube that's got 3 pairs of underwear and 3 pairs of socks in it. As well as an Osprey garment folder that's got 1 button-down shirt and 1 pair of pants. Then I just have my Matador DOP kit. It's got hand sanitizer, soap, lotions, deodorant, cologne, you know, everything I might need on the road when it comes to toiletries. And then last but not least, I always bring just an extra little Matador packable bath towel, just in case I need it when I'm on the road. And rounding out my packing, in the laptop sleeve just goes my work laptop. And then I forgot to put this in the front pouch, but it fits right at the top, is my laptop charger. So that's what it looks like all packed out. Looks pretty bulky and bulgy. Just so you get an idea of what this looks like when it's packed out. For reference, this is what the Bellroy Lite Travel Pack 30 liter looks like on me. I'm 5'11". As far as my experiences using the Bellroy Lite Travel Pack, I just struggle to find a use case where this would be my ideal bag. With the lack of an umbrella holder slash water bottle holder on the external, it leaves a lot to be desired. It lacks structure. I know that that's kind of common with this type of material as well as the sling, but I absolutely love the sling and the way it expands and the way it looks on me. But this one just looks kind of like bulgy and flowy, and it kind of droops and sags. And then if you wanted to use this as just your one bag solution or personal item only solution, it would be difficult to do so because you couldn't use this as an everyday bag. Because the inside is a clamshell that has dividers and everything, and it's more like a suitcase, it would be difficult to use this as an everyday bag. You would have to go out of your way to bring another sling or some kind of other packable backpack on top of it if you wanted to use it for something professional. Because I was bringing this to and from an office at work and a hotel, it was a little bit awkward having all my clothes and the things inside segmented like a suitcase instead of in just like a regular backpack orientation. It felt kind of heavy on my back and it wasn't the most comfortable straps that I've ever used. And as you could see, it looked a little awkward when I was standing there wearing it when it was fully packed out. And I really wanted to love this bag because I love Bellroy, I love their light line, and I really appreciate the material and the look of their stuff for the most part. But this one just doesn't really fit a use case that I personally have. I think the only place where it would be useful is if you were bringing a roller bag and you just wanted to pack your clothes into a backpack and have it sit on top of your roller bag because you were bringing home a ton of souvenirs, or you wanted to pack out your roller bag with other sort of things, more pairs of shoes, something like that, and this was just for clothes. But if this is your only bag that you're taking to travel, it has a lot to be desired and there's a lot of shortcomings. So I really appreciate you watching. These are my thoughts on the Bellroy Lite Travel Pack in the 30-liter variety. And if you have any thoughts or comments below, please feel free to leave them. Thank you so much and have a nice day.